All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Down. 8 read.
Let's go, D.
Wide, get wide.
He's checking.
A former star in nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Go.
Now Michel. And he's got room. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 56 yards.
First down, Patriots.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 60 or.
We got it.
Hey. High 7.
51. Mike 51. Check pass.
Look at me. Go. They're not ready for this. Now.
On 1st down, Locke. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Ready. 90
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Go. Deep grip.
Throwing on first down. Grant. It's caught by Davis. 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Corey Davis, 76 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Try that left. Three down.
Ready.
Block will try again on 2nd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line.
55. Slam. Check the backer.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Watch the safety creep.
Topper!
On second down, it's Williams. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Two-yard gain on the play. And it's third
Tight dog. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 36 yards out. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they add on to their first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score a touchdown.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, did we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 30 on second down, Locke. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing his Locke on third down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
General West. Deep grip.
To throw it is Locke. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Rush in.
Hey, wahoo! Hustle. Shoot!
Locke now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 37.
Ready. 10 logo.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Bang. Undercrush.
Ready.
Try to pound it in. Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd down and goal. Locke. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Check, check. Check, check. Check. Check 26, check 26.
80 weapon. Hey, zoom.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. To Michelle on the screen. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. 15 lines. 61, matchbox lights.
On 1st and 10, Grant looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Webb, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Zipper. Snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check out.
Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go. Check 31, check 31.
Ready?
On the ground is Michelle. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Grant. Complete to Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First down, New England.
Approaching spell.
Check right 54, right 54. Oh, yeah, punt. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, Heavy.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. SOS.
There.
He's coming. We got double up. Quick the edge. Come. Check. Fresno.
Go. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Slam. Check.
Hey. Let's go.
And they will run it with Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space. and see if they can chop a hole into the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch Mike. Yo, get it ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Block now on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Go! Yeah!
To throw from his end zone. Grant, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready? 18, Gator. Get that quarterback and all.
Watch the eye. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Sam off. Go.
Let's go.
Following the penalty, Michelle. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Watch 54. Who that?
Bravo.
To throw on 2nd down. Grant uncorks and got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
Line 54. Ready?
Get it.
Again, it's Michel. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the twist.
Yep.
The twist.
Deep grip.
And it's Michel once again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready. 50, plant. Move.
Watch the slap. Joker.
Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Grant over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it. This is Michel. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 37. Check.
Rock it. Now.
On 2nd down now, Michelle. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike 55. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Switch. Hey, watch it.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey!
Go get him.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Switch. Patch it. Shoot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Look at me. Go. Ready, go. Go. Get it.
Here we go with Michelle. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Sony Michel won't get there. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Indy.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 5-2. Mike.
Look, squeeze.
Check three.
Stay triple.
On 1st down, block. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Yeah.
Throwing on 1st down. Block. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Charlie.
Check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Ready.
To throw again on 2nd down. Block. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On 1st and 10, Grant. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run with Michelle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Bust through the tackle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. That was big. Needed a few yards to pick up the first. Slim lead here in the 4th quarter, and they turn to the big fella, the fullback, to get it done.
And you know, as my partner, you know I'm old school, right? You know I love those mastodons that carried the ball way back in the day that were a key part of the offense. And now, when they need them, when they need those key yards, those tough grind-them-out yards, the fullback's going to get the ball.
On first down, Michelle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go out. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
30 base.
The Falcons 49-yard line.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.